Okay, so being we're still out of power and we got Larry done, it just hit me. We had a new hard drive to put into our NAS system, and this is also our server. I'll talk more about that while we put this hard drive in and assemble it. But for now, let's get this hard drive in here, and then I'll let you know a little bit more about what we do with this little device that is actually quite impressive. It's done a lot. There's still a couple of things I would like it to do, but it just doesn't have enough power. So, but I'll talk about that as we go. So let's get into this. Let's get this 4 terabyte hard drive. As you notice, this one is red. That's because it is designed for one of these, for the NAS system. So let's get this in and see how it does. Yes, we got it on a great deal. Sort of like the 6 terabyte that's already in here. When we bought this, we got a 6 terabyte for a really good deal. There we go. Not as dirty as I thought. See?
For being 2 years unopened.
But there's our 6 terabyte, and see, it's got another hookup. I'm going to slide this one right in here.
Oh.
So it holds 2 hard drives.
I don't know if it's too.
Well, actually, that fan is fairly clean.
Really?
I haven't touched this thing in almost 2 years, and that fan is not that bad.
Show the camera.
What?
Show the camera. How clean it is.
Yeah, it's actually quite clean. I'm surprised. I think I'm still going to take a little brush to the fan, but there's not much on there.
Yeah, there's a little bit of dust.
Yeah. Okay, so there we go. There it is. So now I'm going to go plug it back in and wait for the power to come back so I can finish the install of this, and we can talk more about what I'm doing on this unit and how we have extra security and safety due to this nice little device. Okay, so with some help here of a son holding a flashlight for me, because we still don't have power, obviously, but it's real simple. Just the power and a network cable, plug it into the back, and it's up and running once power comes back. So we'll just plug the power in there, get it up here, plug the network in, and there we go. Now, we do have a 500 gig external, which you can plug right into the USB on the device. You can put in thumb drives. You can actually put a CD-ROM or DVD-ROM on there. I don't know why you would, but apparently within the settings you can. But anyway, this is our setup here. We got our modem on the right, our Wi-Fi 7 router in the middle, which I'll talk more about that. And then our network storage NAS system here, that also is our server for right now. But it's all set up here because it's in the basement, it's cooler, and it's almost dead center to the house, so the Wi-Fi is almost the same strength all the way around the house. So now we'll just wait for power to come back, and then I'll show you the software that I'm running on this thing. Okay, everyone, it's yet again a couple days later after I got the hard drive installed. But so now I figured I'd sit and talk a little bit about some of the things that it can do, plus what I have on my network. Now, as for our router, as I said, it was a Wi-Fi 7. Nice part is it's actually got Wi-Fi VLANs, which is really nice. So you got your 2.4 and your 5 gigahertz trusted network. Then you've got the IoT, which is Internet of Things, which you put your smart thermostats, your smart plugs, all that sort of stuff on that Wi-Fi, because you can set firewall rules for each VLAN. So those have minimal internet connectivity and don't connect to anything else. It's really nice that way. There's also the MOL, the multi-link operation. Some people say it works, some people say it doesn't. We're running it. It seems to be working pretty good. So the other thing we've done with that router is we actually got the security package which within it has blocked a few malware and a few other attacks. That one does the live attacks. If you get it on your system, then you're going to want an antivirus and that sort of stuff, which we do have, which came within that security package as well. It hasn't really caught anything, but it has at the same time. Okay, so as for the router, that is all what we got going on in there. I also do have Cat 8 shielded cables. They are more expensive, but I figure for a 3-foot run, why not have the best cable you can get? A lot of people say overkill, but I do eventually upping the network to a 2.5 gigabyte network. Right now, we're only running on the 1 because every other component doesn't have it. That's in the future. Okay, so now on to the NAS and what it can do. Now, obviously, you can have it as a backup, which we use it as some of it as a backup. The other thing too is on there, I was able to self-host my own DNS server with AdGuard. So that increased our security quite a bit. It's worked beautifully since I've installed it. I'm still tweaking it, but it's been working really nicely. It's free to run. You do have to change settings in your router to make the private DNS system work, but once you've got it running, it's awesome. You do have to maintain it and check for updates on a regular basis, but it is really nice. Now, the other thing we do with the NAS, which we only just recently discovered, was Plex. We are running a Plex media server off of that as well. So all of our movies, TV shows, music, I haven't tried the pictures yet, but even pictures can be done on it. And you can load up Plex onto pretty much any device. It's there for all of them. And yeah, it works just like a regular streaming service. You can see it all the time. Okay, the other things that I am currently running on our NAS system too is a download center for downloading, well, pretty much anything offline. You can do it on there, so you can actually shut your computer down and let that lower powered unit do all the work, which is really nice. The other thing on the NAS is AMD Defender, which is more security system, more firewall stuff, which obviously I'm not going to get into any of my settings or any of that, but I am running all of this stuff. And all of these are also running in another program called Docker, which puts them into containers within Docker that helps utilize your system resources. I'm still learning more on that part. If you want to learn more, there's all kinds of resources online. You can take a look at different videos if you're interested. The other thing with Plex that I really like is they have a Plex dashboard. Now, as you can see right now, I have the TV running downstairs, the Fire Stick, which is showing what my TV is currently running. Now, if we were to turn on the TV here, another one would pop up. If you run music, it'll show up on here too. Anything that's playing on your Plex server will show up here. Now, Plex does have live channels. They do not show up on here. This is only the stuff that you have saved on those hard drives within your system. But you get it all right here. You can even hit here and see your libraries. So as you can see right there, there's our movies, our TV, and our music. It shows you how big the files are and even how much time it would take to watch everything you've got on there. So, okay. So yeah, you got all that. There's all kinds of settings in here, which obviously I'm not going to show you too much of that. Okay, there's none of my personal stuff in here, but so there's the Plex Dash. And then every night it goes through maintenance. It'll show up on here. As you can see, I got nothing going on right now. You can hit the graphs, and there's what your bandwidth and your CPU and your memory is currently doing. So you can see all of that. So you know exactly what's going on in the system. Now, this is only Plex. This isn't the whole system. But so there you got that stuff going. Now we'll turn to the laptop and I'll show you a little bit of what's going on here. So I'm just going to move forward a little bit. Okay, so as you can see here on this screen, which I've got the AM Defender, there's the AdGuard, Download Center, and Docker, and Plex. These are all on the NAS system. There is more here. Just gotta hit this little button here. This is where you can control your NAS with everything. As you can see, you got activity monitor, file manager, external drive, all the stuff that you would need here to run your home server. So then we got looking here, like I said, you got download center, which we click on it. So here, if we were to download, you can put downloads in here, and then it'll just run on its own in the background. Very simple to use. Then we also have, well, you've already seen the AdGuard, AIM Defender, ADM Defender. Now you got all these different settings, like there's all kinds of stuff in here. Though, as I see, I'm going to have TIFF blur out or cut out some of these IP addresses. I'm going to stop doing that right now. There's too many IP addresses in there. And then you got Docker. Docker virtually just runs on its own. And then we got, here's the Plex server. So then as it comes up, you can see all the stuff we've got. See, it looks just like any other streaming device. Okay, the laptop is only slow because the Wi-Fi on this laptop is not very good. So, but you see, you got everything in here, all your settings. You can go up here and click on your dashboard on here as well. See, it's showing what I'm watching, all kinds of dashboard info on your system usage, who's watching, what we've watched. So it's a nice little system. So I'm going to close that down for now. Even on here, you can see how your system's doing, your CPU, your RAM, who's online, hard drive, all of it. Now I'm going to show you the second hard drive installed. I will go over to, where to go? Storage manager. Here it is. So now we're in here. Now see, there's the original. Now here's our new hard drive. All installed. It shows both bays are full or have hard drives in it. So there they are. Okay, then I'm also going to go over here under volume. So now you can see how full they are. Now, as you can see, our 6 terabyte is lower, but that's because these were here. I moved them over to the second hard drive, which is all our movies, and a second copy of all of our pictures are on here. I think I moved the music to this as well. But so there you can see how it all is. And I just actually found out that it actually has a disk doctor too, which I have not tried. I'm going to be trying that eventually. So we'll see how that goes. But I think that's just about it. Okay, I had forgotten, but here's what the AdGuard dashboard looks like. So as you can see, we've had 73, almost 74,000 requests. 36,000 have been blocked. We had some malware that got blocked. I know what that was. I'm not concerned about it. I've already dealt with that. But here's your basic. There is other stuff down below. I'm not going to show that. There's a lot of IP addresses down there, so I'm not going to show that right now. But then you go in here to your filters and DNS ad blocks. This is all the stuff that I'm currently running. I said there is all kinds of settings in here. I'm still learning a lot about this, but it has saved a lot. As you can see, how much is getting blocked. But there you have it. There's the AdGuard dashboard. Okay, so there you've got it. That's some of the security that I've done. Obviously, I haven't shown everything that I've got because there is actually a lot. It would take me a while to go through everything that I've done. But there's a basic security that almost anybody could do. You get one of these NASs, you have no problems doing all of these. Now, I do want to do what's called Nextcloud. Actually, I've heard there's a new program too. I can't remember what it's called at the moment. But I'm going to be looking into those. I tried running it, but the NAS is just not powerful enough. It's only got 1 gig of RAM in it, so it's not powerful, but it definitely does a few things. In the future, I plan on actually making, which I'll have Tiff throw in a picture here, what they call a home lab. Now you can either buy them or you can actually 3D print them. So I'm looking into that for the future. But anyway, this video has gone on long enough for right now. If you want to know any more info on this stuff or whatever, just give a comment below, and we'll see if we can help you with some answers in that. But anyway, have a good one, everybody, and we'll see you on the next video.